Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer readings from December 16th through the 31st for my Capricorns. How are you, my darling Capricorns? Well, I hope you're doing great. Longer readings, I use 4 decks. Yeah, let's do it 4. 4 decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. That gives me my main message. Follow it with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards for kind of fill in the gaps. Advice cards from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. And then I pull one more from my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. So I talked about the beginning of December and the longer readings, and some of this will kind of go, we'll cover that too. But a couple of things to be aware of. 12/2, Jupiter goes into Capricorn, okay? So think back. If you want to know what that's going to be like, it's a very good, powerful energy for you, my Capricorns. Think back 12 years ago. How was your life back then? How was your job back then? How was your career back then? Because those are the things that it tends to repeat, okay? I talked about that 12/12, that the moon would be in Gemini. 12/21 and 22, 2 things are happening. One is the winter solstice and Capricorn season begins. And then 12/25 to 12/26, we have a new moon in Capricorn and a solar eclipse. Now remember with the solar eclipse, way back 6 months ago, I talked about the solar eclipse, how it would be, I talked about the energies from then till now, that there would be a lot of secrets revealed. And there have been a lot of secrets revealed, at least on the news there have been. And, so this kind of completes that, but the solar eclipse will also put a little bit extra push on this new moon for the next 6 months. I will make sure that I post things on my places that I post things. One is my Facebook page. I also post on the community page. I also post on Instagram and Pinterest, and I try to remember about my Twitter. So not everything, Facebook and then the community page probably has the most that I can, post, because Instagram and Pinterest, they don't allow me to post a lot of the articles. So just if you're looking for that, go to those areas. So now, 3 cards face down for my Capricorns. They are all reversed, and let me also be the first to say happy birthday to you, my Capricorns. Great times ahead. I feel 2020 is going to be very strong, very powerful, very positive also. 3 cards face down. They're all reversed. I feel reverse cards have a special oomph to them. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that, my spirit guide, my higher power, basically sends messages and it comes right out, no filter. First card for my Capricorns, the 8 of water. Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, fluid and emotional. And this is, you are so ready for a change. You are so ready for things to get moving. You are so ready for you to start your Capricorn season. Now, remember I talked about how, and I've talked about this in many different of the small readings, that, Sagittarius season is for you to wrap things up. This is, again, Sagittarius season has been all about this destiny and karma, but this is where you need to wrap things up and you are ready to start again. You're ready to start with a new career, or you might be more energized in your career, new work. You might even be, any of those relationships that we talk about, which are one, career, work, job, intimate, personal relationships, or family. But I really feel like you are just ready to jump into it. You are ready to start. If you are, if it's the career or job, get your resume out there, get it prepared, get it out there. If it's something to do, maybe you're ready to take that next step in a relationship. Maybe you're ready to begin a relationship. Maybe that's one of the things. There's been that certain person you've been watching, and now's that time, towards the end of this month, especially when it's in your season, is that time to, go forward with that. So A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Next card, High Priestess. Okay. Archangel Power Tarot card, and this is all about your intuition. You're very earth-based, but there are things that you just know, okay? That you just know. Now, not everybody wants to necessarily, I don't know what to say. They don't necessarily want to hear it. So many times you keep your own counsel, even though you know. You can see somebody just walking down the street and you're like, oh, I know they're going to trip. And then, they trip. So the thing is, if you would have told them they were going to trip and then they did trip, they would have blamed it on you. Okay? I know that's very convoluted thinking, but that is what happens many times with human nature. But this is about, putting you, again, this in the Sagittarius season, it's about you being, that destiny being done. So you still have this time to be in that right place at that right time. Okay? Very, very strong. So get out there. This is not a time for you to be a shrinking violet. This is not a time for you to hide your light. Okay? Get it out there. Make your connections. Make your contacts. Okay. So listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. The High Priestess is Archangel Heniel. And our last card, the Six of Air. Six of Air energy is Aquarius, which will be after your season. It's also Gemini and Libra, and it's your thoughts, it's your Wi-Fi, it's those things that just It could be news that you actually hear, though. Somebody could be reaching out. But this is, again, remember I said you want to go. You want to break through. You want to start up again. Or I shouldn't say start up. You just want to go. You're not starting up from way back there. You're starting up from where you finished, okay? And you're like, nope, there's more to my life. I need to do that, okay? We need to follow the intuition. So this is you moving forward again. And that can be with any of those things that we talk about with those relationships. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. That would be fun. That would be fun to take a trip. I'd like to do that. So here we go. John Holland, Psychic Tarot, and Oracle cards. Can you kind of give us some clarification on this? Clarification for my Capricorns. Yeah, it's like, and I think, did we have one where I'm like, yes, I think, okay, remember, when I give my readings, they're gone. They're gone, generally. And then sometimes they do pop up a little bit when I need it. But this is, I said that you were like, a racehorse that was at the gate. Now this is you running out of that gate. I think we had you running it, but I think this is you like running, and this is like you, I want to win this race. Okay? And it's not one of those wimpy little races. I'm not saying that there's wimpy races, but this is like you going for the gold. So, one more time. Here we go. Okay, 3 cards face down. 1, 2, 3. Make it pretty and neat. First card, here we go. The waiting game. Okay. The one thing that you don't necessarily want to do, but remember, the High Priestess, you will know your timing. So this is you waiting for that time. You waiting for that perfect time. I'm not saying that you're going to be waiting very long. Like I said, these last 2 weeks of December, this will be your time, and this is you taking advantage of the best opportunity. Okay? Okay. Next card. It's reversed. Deception and envy. Okay. Is this something that you're holding on to, or is this something that others are seeing towards you? Because one of the things that happens is when people, even people that, that love you, people that care about you, they like you and where you are at. They like you where you're at. And when you start to, move forward again, people aren't always comfortable because they're like, I want to be that happy. I want that. You know what? I wish them all well, but this is yours. You've taken a long time to get there. Now, if this is your energy, if you're feeling envious about other people, it will hold you back. So just be aware of that. Just as if this is other people feeling this way about you, it will hold them back. You should not let their deception or envy hold you back, though. But it does say, though, but I am getting this very clearly, though, that as you are breaking free, be aware of the ones that might want to trip you. Okay? Okay. Wow, that was a little... Okay, next card. Prosperity begins. Now, I like this because not only, if you look at it, the tree is growing, it's growing. The fruit is very large. The tree is just a little tree, but yet there's this large fruit. And then there's also a joining of a relationship. This to me, prosperity begins is not just with money. It's also, I think, with with another one of those other relationships. It could be with that intimate, personal, or it could be with that family too. But I feel like it's encompassing a bigger part than just money. Okay? I like that. So now, any advice from Osha Zentaro for my Capricorns? Okay, you're coming out. I kind of saw it, but it was doing like a double flip. Okay, one more time. Let's go here. Cut. 2 more cards. First card, the one that flipped out. Okay. Sorrow. Now this is reversed. Now the thing that you have to understand is that this is giving you some, okay, when things don't always go your way, my Capricorns, you have it, you can fight through a lot of your feelings, okay? People don't see the hurt. So I'm trying to, it's like I can feel what I want to say, but it's like I'm trying to, many times over, you put this false mask on and people don't necessarily see your, how you're feeling, and maybe they shouldn't see it. But what I want you to do is, as each time you need to get up and go forward again, feel your feelings, okay? Feel your feelings. But if they're not necessarily on that positive side, don't stay there. Move from them, okay? So I feel that this is more that, because this person is feeling sorry for himself. I feel like with my Capricorns, you push, when things aren't going, when things are hurting you, you tend to bury that. You tend to push that aside. I'm going to suggest that you look at it, you own it, and then you move from it, okay? Because the more you bury something, the bigger the problem becomes, okay? Next card, possibilities. I love this card because you can look up, here's this eagle looking in the sky. All these possibilities are coming forward, okay, are there. There is so many of these possibilities, and you just have to be aware of them. You just have to find them, okay? You have to just be able to, to receive them. Okay, your last card, reversed, the dream. Part of me says you need to have one. Sometimes, my Capricorn, you have so many ideas in your head. I'm going to ask that you limit the 500 maybe down to 100, okay? I'm going to ask that you limit it a little bit. So maybe what it is maybe you've got, 25 dreams for all these, and you've been very detailed with it. So maybe you need to kind of take it and summarize that dream. So that's the only thing I'm going to say. And yes, as we come to the end of the year, good time for resolution, such like that. I talk about dream boards. I don't do a dream board, but I do my list. I put my list on my refrigerator, and I do look at it every day. Sometimes I look at it a little bit more carefully than other days, but, I do have to eat, so I look at it every day. And I feel putting it there, that is one of the things that, I think that does. And then saying it out loud. So let's go on now for my last card with my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot card. So let's see, one more card for my Capricorns. So yeah, you are just so ready to break free, and you will. It's not just that, we've had that time where it's like, okay, yeah, I've been ready for like 5.5 years. I can tell you the time that it started. No, this is actually moving forward. This is, like I said, you're running for the gold. You're racing for the gold. Churchill Downs type of energy. Okay, one card, reversed, strong energy. Let's see what this is. The Four of Gabriel. Now, Gabriel is Sagittarius in this deck. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy, fire, passionate energy. This is all about celebration. This is all about receiving what you've been wanting, having that dream, putting it out there. This is very, very positive type of energy. Moving forward, this is just, this is like, winning the race, okay? Time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Now, I think that this is part of this also. This one here is, and also this one, release yourself from burdensome situations, okay? So, as you're running the race, what's trying to hold you back? Okay, I'm not talking about, if there's a relationship, I'm not getting involved in that per se. Have open communication, but what's holding you from achieving? Many times over, we find it's us. We find it's ourselves. So, but the Four of Gabriel, time for a celebration. Yay! I like that. So, my Capricorns, if you enjoyed my reading, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. And my Capricorns, whether you celebrate this holiday season or not, please know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.